Zara Vibrant Leather, always striving to be something new and different. Well, that's a lot of bollocks. Right, thank you for joining me on this fragrance video. The first of these I've done in a while. My videos have been very random of late. Trip to Cornwall, gaming videos and other random stuff. But we're back on the fragrance train, and we're going to start with a popular but cheap one from the high street chain Zara, and it's the one you see before you. It's Vibrant Leather Eau de Parfum. And what can we tell you about this? Well, firstly, as you see on the box there, it says it's something new and different, and that is completely wrong. They probably should be get done by the Trade Description Act for that, because this is not new and different in any way, shape or form. It's another Creed Aventus copy, you know, one of 69 million other Creed Aventus copies that are out there on the market. Does that make it a bad thing? No, not necessarily. As I say, it is very cheap, as all Zara fragrances are. It is no de parfum concentration, put my teeth back in. So the longevity for a cheap fragrance actually is not too bad. Projection also pretty decent in the opening, but as you would expect with fragrances from this line, it does die down gradually over time. Becomes a skin scent probably after about 2 hours. Not as weak as some would claim, but also it's not designer or niche quality. It's high street quality fragrances which tend to be made using a lot of aroma chemicals, made quite cheaply, sold quite cheaply, and therefore do lack when it comes to lasting power. Just to caveat that claim there about it not being designer quality though, because it is made by Puig, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Puig, which is a Spanish cosmetics company that actually makes designer fragrances, because it makes fragrances for the likes of Jean-Paul Gaultier. But no doubt when they make fragrances such as this, which I'm just going to push back slightly, for the likes of Zara, then they cut their costs accordingly. Just give you a bit of information as well. This actually bought in Spain. I bought it in a department store called El Corte Inglés. Or did I? No, I think I bought it in a Zara store, but it was definitely in Spain. It only cost €20, but you can get this in the UK. It's better than people give it credit for. It's a 2016 release, and according to Fragrantica, it only has 3 notes, which are bergamot, bamboo and leather. Not really sure I get a great deal of any of those. As I say, it is just a scratchy, sort of dirty Creed Aventus copy, and Creed Aventus copies are 10 a penny. But it's cheap and cheerful. It won't offend anybody. It does smell pretty good. It's obviously quite similar to Explorer by Mont Blanc as well. One thing I would say about this fragrance though, because of the lack of longevity, because of the mass use of aroma chemicals, if you do want to get some decent projection out of this, you will need to give it quite a few sprays. So 2 or 3 won't cut the mustard. I would use 5 or 6 at least, which I wouldn't normally recommend doing that for a majority of fragrances. There's not really a great deal of anything else to say with this fragrance. It's cheap, it's cheerful, it's not fantastic, it's okay for the money. You're really getting what you pay for when you buy fragrances in this kind of price bracket, not just from Zara, but also from any sort of high street provider, you know, your Next, your Topmans, River Island, etc., if you're in the UK anyway. As I said, there's not much else I can say about it. There is a lighter version of this, a Eau de Toilette version. This is the EDP. This is the better version. This is the one you can actually smell. When I tried the EDT version, that was just like scented water. Yes, okay, it was based on the Creed Aventus DNA, but the longevity on it was about 20 minutes. Where at least this one you're going to get a couple of hours out of. If you're lucky, you might get 4 or 5, depending on your skin chemistry. But for me personally, it's around 2 hours. Although that varies, and obviously opinions vary as well. So you don't have to take my word for it. Form your own opinion on this. I would say this is in terms of quality, it's about a 4 out of 10. If it lasted longer, it would probably be a 6. In terms of price point though, it's in the price bracket that you would expect. So for value for money, it's actually probably up to a 7 or 8. If you are looking for a cheap alternative to Creed Aventus, then this was one that you can certainly put on the list to consider, but I would probably go more towards something like Mont Blanc Explorer. Anyway, that is my 2 for now. I'm back on the fragrance train, so I will be doing some more reviews over the next few days, so please do check out those if possible, and thank you for tuning in once more. Thank you.